live in Sugar Creek, Ohio, and all of you attend school in the village of Sugar Creek, Ohio. I'm sure you know that Sugar Creek is often referred to as the Little Switzerland of Ohio. But have you ever stopped to wonder why it is called the Little Switzerland, or what life is like in the real Switzerland? Today, I'm going to inform you of some of these answers to these questions. In the 2016 edition of Encyclopedia Britannica Online, Aubrey Diem wrote that certain characteristics of Switzerland make it unique in the world. I've completed research on this subject, and I've also talked to my grandpa to hear personal stories of the time that he took a trip to Switzerland. Today, I'm going to share with you details that I have learned about the geography, education system, and culture of people who live in Switzerland. Let's look at the geography. While Switzerland is most commonly associated with rural landscapes and towering mountain ranges, this is in fact an inaccurate representation of Switzerland as a whole, according to Aubrey Diem in the 2016 edition of Encyclopedia Britannica Online. Most Swiss people actually live in towns and cities, and the countryside is not densely populated. This is because as Switzerland became more modernized, Swiss citizens moved out of the country and into the city, because cities became important centers for industry and trade. However, Diem in the 2016 edition of Encyclopedia Britannica Online also says that the mountain ranges do play an important role in framing Switzerland's countryside. The most famous range of mountains are the Alps. Alpine peaks are still used today as a symbol of Switzerland because they are so widely known. Another large mountain range in Switzerland is called the Jura, which covers 1/8 of the whole country of Switzerland. I hope you learned about the landscape of Switzerland, and now let's hear about the Swiss school system. The Swiss education system is similar in some ways and different in others to that of the United States. According to a 2015 article on Expatica, which is a Swiss news website, the progression of years of schooling is fairly similar in Switzerland and the United States. Swiss students start out in preschool. From then they move on to primary school, secondary school, and after completion of that, they have the option of attending university. Swiss primary school is comparable to United States elementary school, and their secondary school is comparable to middle through high school in the United States. However, there are also some major differences. Swiss education system is decentralized, meaning that the federal government does not have control over what students learn, the setup of schools, or how schools are operated. Switzerland as a country is split into 26 regions as seen here. Each individual region can set their own rules and protocols for how they operate their school systems. Under this setup, lots of schools in different regions operate differently. For example, in some German-speaking regions, the schools combine preschool with the first 2 years of kindergarten. Under this setup, students between ages 4 and 8 are in the same class. In one Italian-speaking region of Switzerland, students can attend an optional year of kindergarten before attending the 2 mandatory years of kindergarten. 3 to 6-year-olds can be in the same classroom under this scenario. I hope you learned a little bit about the Swiss school system, and we're now going to talk about culture in modern-day Switzerland. We all have stereotypes in our head about what Swiss culture is like. Some of those are true, while others are not. According to an article on Anthem Culture published in 2016, certain stereotypes that we may think of are actually not prominent in Switzerland. This includes yodeling and accordions. Yodeling is pretty outdated. It was only popular in the 19th century, and now it only occurs occasionally in mountainous regions. Also, bright patterns of flowers and different forms of embroidery is also outdated in Switzerland. Although it used to be a style on clothes that was fashionable, it is now outdated, out of style, and embroidered goods are only still produced to be sold to tourists. That doesn't mean that some of our associations and stereotypes are untrue. Some are true. For example, luxury watches are one of the primary exports of Switzerland. Also, when we think of Switzerland, we think of winter and outdoor sports, which is also accurate. Swiss people have high participation in outdoor winter sports, such as ice hockey, curling, and when the lakes freeze over, they even do horse and dog racing on ice. I would like to close with the following statements. We have specifically discussed three main points of Switzerland: the geographic setting, the education system, and the current day culture. I hope that I have successfully informed you of many unique and interesting details about what life is like in the country of Switzerland. Perhaps knowing this will be helpful if you ever feel like visiting Switzerland, because some of these details will already be familiar. If nothing else, you may have gained some new insight as to why Sugar Creek is called the Little Switzerland of Ohio. Thank you.